Hey, yes. And we got the audio check. We got to test and make sure that the audio is exactly where I need it when I bring this incredible business solutions knowledge to you. That's what I got to do every single day. Hey, I made a promise to you guys that we were going to do this 366 days of Peter F. Drucker, the Daily Drucker. I told you, hey, listen, follow along, go get it. I know there's an audio book, but that really won't do it for you. Kind of just, it doesn't make sense. Listen, in order to really make something etched into the brain, this is actually a part of one of the classes that I'm writing right now. You really have to commit it to your subconscious. And the only way you can commit something to your subconscious is it has to be attached to something emotional, whatever that thought is, and to something physical. And it has to happen over and over and over. I'm just going to leave you with that. That's just a teaser of what the class is about and how we completely change your mindset. But digging right into today, without further delay, I did not rhyme that on purpose. Justin R. Harris here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe as we work on this business knowledge information. And let's dig right in. We're dealing with connecting, okay? Basically raising the yield of existing knowledge. This is a little dry, so I'm going to work through this. It's not long, but I want to make sure that you guys understand it. The action points real quick and simple. You're going to know what to do, but this is a good one. In learning and teaching, we do have to focus on the tool, okay? In usage, we have to focus on the end result, on the task, on the work. Okay, so only connect was the constant admonition of a great English novelist, E.M. Forster. He always had been a hallmark of an artist, right? Now, we're going way back. This is his common knowledge. And today, people are like, who the heck is that? Let me go Google it real quick, right? Okay. But equally of the great scientists, at their level, the capacity to connect may be inborn and part of that mystery we call genius. Interesting. But to a large extent, the ability to connect and thus to raise the yield of existing knowledge is learnable. Okay, so becoming a genius and being a genius are not two things that are not parallel. You can do it. Okay, you can become genius with something. That's what they mean by it is learnable. Eventually, it should become teachable, which means that you can show someone the repetition, kind of what I was explaining before, on how to become a genius with something that you do. Okay, so it makes sense. It requires a methodology for problem definition, even more urgently perhaps than it requires a methodology for problem solving. It requires systematic analysis of the kind of knowledge and information a given problem requires. All right, and a methodology for organizing the stages in which a problem can be tackled. The methodology that underlies what we now call systems research. Right? It requires what might be called maybe an organizing ignorance, if you will. I'm probably digging in way too deep. I may have left some of you, but some of you, you're right on it, okay? And if you didn't get it, the luxury of this live is after it's posted, you can just run it back, okay? So keep up or move the little bar over and get back on point. Right? Specialization into knowledge has given us enormous performance potential in each area, right? When you specialize, it's what increases your performance. But those knowledges are so specialized. We need a methodology, a discipline, a process to turn this potential into performance. Otherwise, most of the available knowledge will not become productive. It will remain just information, right? To make knowledge productive, we will have to learn to connect, okay? You have to put it together. It's going to happen with, like what he says several times in here, a methodology, okay? A system. Everything is based on systems. And when you learn the system that helps you become top in your potential of whatever it is that you focus on, that's what it is. The action point. Spend sufficient time on definition and problem prior to making a decision. That's exactly what I just said. So digging in on your thoughts and putting it together is what's going to to help you create the methodology and the research, if you will, the routine. There you go. If you want to put all that into one word, create the routine that involves the senses, okay, and make it habitual. And you will become the genius you want to become with your company, with your business, with your craft. Just drop the jewel on you. Go get to work.